Jaya Radha Madhav Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhav Kunja Bihari
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to another enlightening episode of Pariprashna. So today happens to be episode number 28, where we'll try and cover two chapters, very important chapters from Canto 1 of Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is going to be chapter 16, how Parikshit received the age of Kali, and then followed by chapter number 17, punishment and reward of Kali. So imagine walking into a scene where there is a bull with three broken legs, barely trying to stand, and there is a cow crying out of distress, and then in the same place there is a rogue who is dressed as a king and who is about to strike again with a club. Now, this is not just a scene from a story, but the exact moment where Maharaj Parikshit comes face to face with the personification of Kali Yuga. So, what exactly is Maharaj Parikshit going to do in this grave situation? How is he going to uphold Dharma? So, we are going to explore all such insightful questions by way of inquiring from His Holiness Bhakti Padma Saurabh Pracharak Swami Maharaj. So, Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
So, Maharaj, if you're okay with it, today we'll take a slightly different approach for our discussion. So, basically, combining these two chapters, chapter 16 and 17, I would like for us to focus on doing a character analysis of three personifications, that is, the personification of Kali, the personification of religion, that is, Dharma, the bull, and then personification of earth, Dhara. So, we'll focus on these three, and then also three conversations, the conversation between Dharma and Dhara, the conversation between Maharaj Parikshit and Dharma, and then the conversation between Maharaj Parikshit and Kali. So, if you're okay with this, we'll proceed in this format.
Yeah, fine. We can do that.
So, just setting the scene, in the previous chapter, we see that the Pandavas retired timely, but before they retired, they appointed Maharaj Parikshit as the next ruler. And in the beginning of chapter 16, it's very nicely described that Maharaj Parikshit is ruling righteously under the guidance of Brahmanas, Kripacharya. He has married the daughter of King Uttar, so her name is Iravati, and he begets four glorious sons from her, headed by Janamejaya, the oldest one. And then in this context, Suta Goswami in chapter 16, Shloka 10, he is describing, I'll just quote the shloka and then read the translation. Suta uvacha yada parikshit kuru jangale vasat kalim pravishtam nija chakravartite nishamya vartam anatipriyam tatah sharasanam samyuga shaundiradade. Suta Goswami said, while Maharaj Parikshit was residing in the capital of the Kuru Empire, the symptoms of the age of Kali began to infiltrate within the jurisdiction of his state. When he learned about this, he did not think the matter very palatable. This did, however, give him a chance to fight. He took up his bow and arrows and prepared himself for military activities. So later in this chapter, it is described how Maharaj Parikshit starts traversing far and wide within his empire. And then what he comes across is quite a striking scene described here in the fourth shloka, just going back a little bit. Nijagrahau jasa viraha kalim digvijaye kvachit drupalingadaram shudram gnantam gomitunam pada. Once, when Maharaj Parikshit was on his way to conquer the world, he saw the master of Kali Yuga, who was lower than a Shudra, disguised as a king and hurting the legs of a cow and bull. The king at once caught hold of him to deal sufficient punishment. So, Maharaj, my question is, these personified forms, what exactly are they? The Kali personified, the religion personified, earth personified. How do we actually understand these personifications?
In the Vaishnava philosophy, everything has a person who is in charge of it.
Okay.
Like you may have the government, but the government, there is somebody who is in charge of the government.
Mm-hmm.
You may say, call the rickshaw. Whom are you calling?
Okay. The driver who is driving the rickshaw.
Yeah, who is driving the rickshaw.
Mhm.
So, when you say dharma, yes, dharma is there, but there is somebody who is in charge of the dharma, personification of the dharma. So, this is called Vaishnava philosophy.
Okay.
In Vaishnava philosophy, God is a person. Not only God, even the Shakti, the potencies of God,
Mhm.
he has a person who is in charge of it.
Mhm.
The material world is energy of Krishna.
Mhm.
And who is personification in the material world? It is Durga. She is a person
Okay.
and she is different from the material world. So you have nose. There is a person who is in charge of the nose. There is a distinction between the nose and the person. The person is called Adhisthata Deva,
Mhm.
Adhisthata Devi, who is in charge of the particular aspect, whatever you're talking about.
Mhm.
So dharma is one thing, and one who is in charge of dharma is actually the personification of dharma. It is not that there is only one in charge. There is a hierarchy in it also.
Mhm.
So this is how we understand the word personification.
Okay. Okay. So here in the shloka, it is said, Nripa Linga Dharam Shudram. So this Kali, he is actually a Shudra, but Nripa Linga Dharam, he has disguised himself as a king. So why does Kali disguise himself as a king despite being a Shudra? And what does this symbolize about hypocrisy in Kali Yuga?
So now when you say a Shudra being disguised as a king,
Mhm.
so a Shudra is not qualified. Now, but still he thinks I'm qualified because he's wearing a dress
Okay.
or having some post.
Mm.
In the age of Kali, people think I'm qualified because I am wearing a particular kind of dress
Mhm.
or I'm having a particular kind of post.
Mhm.
Without qualification, one gets the post or the position.
Mhm.
Or in the age of Kali, unqualified people will accept the positions in the society. So that is what is the meaning of this word Kali, dressed as a king.
Mm.
Though he is unqualified, he thinks I'm the king, and he is sometimes even given the powers of being the king.
Mm.
In the age of Kali, Rakshakas becomes Bhakshakas.
Mm.
Rakshaka means one is supposed to protect. So now what does he do? He becomes a Bhakshaka. He kills those people who are under his protection.
Mm.
He destroys those people under protection for his own self-aggrandizement.
Mm.
So that is how, in the age of Kali, unqualified people becomes the administrators and plunder those who are under their administration.
Mm. So why is it that this Kali is striking at the legs of the bull? And first of all, why is he attacking the bull? He could be directly confronting Maharaj Parikshit, or he could be attacking the citizens. So what do we understand when he is attacking bull, and especially the legs of the bull?
The four legs of the bull are the four pillars of religion. So these four pillars of religion, he saw that if religion has to be destroyed, then the four pillars have to be of religion has to be destroyed. So that is why he's attacking the legs of dharma. Dharma is based on four pillars of religion. That is cleanliness, austerity, truthfulness, and the fourth one?
Mercy.
Huh?
Mercy.
Mercy.
Okay.
So you destroy it, then religion is destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Okay. And in what ways does Kali manipulate? Because he's very deceptive, right? The way he's dressing and what he's doing and all that. So in the current times, how does he manipulate the society to make irreligion appear like religion and make it very attractive and progressive and liberal or something that is very necessary? So what are his tactics?
So that is what he has done, this Kali. Kali, though he is not a king, he presented himself as a king. Though he is not having the adhikar to actually punish the bull, he was trying to do that. So he was trying to show irreligion as religion. That is how whole thing is very rampant. So I think in the age of Kali, people wear the dress of a sannyasi, but they are not sannyasis. They don't follow the practices which are required for a sannyasi. This can be found everywhere. You find many places. People pose themselves as religious, but they go on recommending meat eating, intoxication. There's a religion which says you go on intoxicating, go on having illicit sex, and that leads to nirvana. That leads to liberation. You name not one, two, many. Kali Yuga means irreligion is professed on the name of religion.
So there are many degrading qualities of Kali, but why is hypocrisy the chief characteristic of Kali?
Hypocrisy means what? You present yourself as if you are religious, but you are not. That is how Kali Yuga, irreligion spreads. You think something, you say something else. You say something and do something else. That is called hypocrisy. Quarrel, age of quarrel. Yeah, this is called hypocrisy. You see the politicians, they think something else, but they say we are all your servant, but they want to become your controllers. And they say that we are all going to promise you and make good roads and that, but they don't do. So there is no harmony between what they think and what they speak and what they do. That's called hypocrisy, and that's how whole Kali Yuga. And people want it. People want such hypocrisy because they want sense enjoyment and they don't want to follow Dharma. That is why they want some adharmic person who speaks as if he is dharmic, and they also want to proclaim that I am dharmic. I am a good person. So, yeah.
Okay. So Maharaj, talking about Dharma, why is Dharma, religion, symbolized as a bull, and what does each of its four legs represent? Anyway, the four legs, I think you have already talked about it in the earlier question. But why specifically the form of a bull?
Cow and bull, they are the source of all Vatsalya. Vatsalya means motherly affection. Who feeds and takes care of the child or the baby? Mother and father. So mother is actually cow and father is actually bull. Now, what does the father do? Father protects the mother and children by working hard. Now, when somebody practices dharma, then he's protected. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. If you go by very outward understanding of the bull, what does the bull do? The bull, it plows the field. And because the field is being plowed by the bull, you get grains. And by the grains, you get some food to eat. And by which you are very, very much protected. If there is no agriculture, how can you be protected? So, in the same way, our real protection at the metaphysical level is by practice of dharma. As much as bull works hard to protect you, in the same way, dharma, when you practice dharma, dharma protects you. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. That is why bull and dharma are connected with each other. The bull gives grains and mother cow gives the milk. In this way, we have complete nourishment and protection in the society. So that is the reason dharma has been compared to a bull.
So Maharaj, earlier you talked about what are the four legs of the bull, Dharma. And then there is this gradual decline in these four pillars. So if you can talk a little bit about that, and especially to say that in Kali Yuga, the one leg that is still relevant is Satya, truthfulness. It's hard to believe how in Kali Yuga, with so much of rampant lies and deception and all that, Satya is still there. So if you can throw some light on this.
So when Maharaj Parikshit was traveling around, then he saw a bull.
Mhm.
A bull was moving about on one leg. And he saw the cow, which was very much in depression,
Mhm.
which was crying, and she had lost her calf.
Mhm.
In this way, that was a scene which Parikshit
Yes.
Maharaj saw. So what is the meaning of Dharma, or the bull is standing on one leg? Dharma has lost three legs.
Mhm.
That is mercy, cleanliness, and austerity. One leg is still left, that is truthfulness.
Mhm.
Even the truthfulness, as the Kali Yuga goes further, that will also be destroyed.
Mhm.
That is why Dharma, he says that to the cow, that, oh, are you crying because I'm on one leg?
Mhm.
Are you crying because you have been exploited by the sinners? Atmanam va vatsalai bhokshamanam aho sudra suradim hitagya bhagam. Are you lamenting because the devatas are not getting their share in the sacrifice?
Mhm.
Are you lamenting because of the citizens are crying because of lack of rain? In this way, Dharma starts talking. So in the Satya Yuga, tapasya was there, and that got destroyed.
Mhm.
In Dwapara, as the time went by, then some kind of Satya Treta,
Mhm.
there was some kind of mercy that got destroyed. In Dwapara, some kind of cleanliness was there, that also got destroyed. And what is left is one thing called truthfulness.
Okay.
But that is also getting destroyed. As that Kali Yuga progress, that also gets destroyed. So if at all there is anything in this world, in the age of Kali, if we could practice, if any austerity is there, be truthful.
Mhm.
And if at all there is any cleanliness in the age of Kali, be truthful. We cannot practice any austerity in the age of Kali. At least be truthful.
Mhm.
That means be non-duplicitous. Be as you are.
Mhm.
People are very poor. A poor man, he wants to show that he is very rich. An ugly person wants to do some makeup and show that I am very beautiful. So this is called hypocrisy. And more biggest hypocrisy when applies to a person who is a sense enjoyer, who has no idea what is philosophy, but he professes himself to be a great religious leader. And sometimes he openly says, we don't require Bhagavad Gita to be religious. I have not read it, neither I recommend you to read. So these kind of religious, so-called religious people are hypocrites. And that is where truthfulness, which is the only thing which is left in the age of Kali, that also declines.
And Maharaj, why is Dharma and Dhara portrayed in such a helpless, weak portrayal? Aren't they self-sufficient and strong enough to fight against Kali and protect themselves? Why are they seeking the protect? They're not seeking actually. Why do they have to be protected by a king?
That is the duty of the king. The duty of the king is to protect, and he can protect himself as well as every citizen by practice of dharma.
Okay.
There are so many strong, powerful kings who appeared, but they lost their kingdom. They were defeated because dharma did not protect them. So dharma protects us when we protect dharma. So we are protecting dharma for our protection. So you can say, can't dharma protect itself? If dharma protects itself, then how will king perform his dharma and get protected? So that is the reason dharma, in the form of a bull, did not fight for itself. Now here, just taking the same point, at some time people say, when the Muslims came and destroyed the temples and then broke the deities, God is all powerful. Why he did not protect himself? Same answer. The answer is God is there so that you can serve him. And one of the aspects of serving is to protect him. When you protect him, when you serve and try to protect him, then he will give the strength to protect yourself and protect others. So it is a service to be done. What is the greatest dharma? The greatest dharma is to serve. How does a king serve? By protection. It is a king's duty to protect dharma, and by performing his duty, he will be protected and the citizens will be protected. So when we protect dharma, who is protected? We are protected. Like for example, you have a stick in your house. Like in the olden houses, the ladies generally used to cook in open. They had this cow dung cakes and wood. And sometimes some cat would come, and dog would come, or the crows would come. So they, to protect whatever they're cooking, the items, articles from these animals, they would keep a stick.
Okay.
Now, one day, the Bahu, she came and told, I kept the stick, but still the dog came and then took away the chapatis. No, just by keeping the stick, you will not be protected. You have to hold the stick in your hand, then only you will be protected. So dharma is like that. Dharma cannot be just kept in one corner and say, oh, dharma did not protect me, God did not protect me. No, you have to hold the dharma. You have to hold God in your consciousness. Then you will be protected.
That is why this is dharmo rakshati rakshitaha.
Dharma, you will be protected.
So Maharaj, earlier you very nicely explained about bull being our father and cow being our mother. So is there a correlation between these two? Seems like Mother Earth is actually a conscious being, and when there is the bull dharma flourishing, when dharma is protected, so she profusely, abundantly gives everything that we need. At the same time, if the irreligion goes up, seems like she has the ability to withhold. So she can actually reciprocate. She can either give in abundance or she can withdraw. So if you can enlighten us about this nature of Mother Earth.
See, Mother Earth is mother. So she always wants to give. Mother only knows to give. Now, she is giving, but your greed makes you exploit her. Like for example, you have a mother, not a very rich family, a middle class family, and she has kept 10 kilo rice, 5 kilo dal and oil, everything. So that every day she'll cook some chapati, rice, dal, and then give you your food. Now, she is always thinking how to feed you. Now, what do you think one day? Why I should take? I'll snatch everything from her. She's crying, not because she doesn't want to give you, because she knows if you take away everything, for tomorrow you will not have anything. In the same way, now Mother Earth is giving whatever you want, whatever is required. Now, because of greed, what you want to do? You want to put some pesticide, you want to do something, you have to drill something, do something, and exploit. And by exploitation, what has happened? She has kept so many things for your reserve so that in future you'll be happy. Your future is big because you exploited her. Like mother cow is giving milk every day to you. But now you say, why? I want to kill her and eat the flesh. So mother is always affectionate for you. But it is is our greed, which makes us exploit the person who loves you. And ultimately, who is suffering? We are suffering. And then blame the mother. Oh, mother is not giving mother. And you exploited her. You stole all the rice, dal, sabji, which she has accumulated for you. And you don't require it. You don't require it. Out of greed, you stole everything. You exploited. So the Mother Earth has enough for your need, but not for your greed. That's very simple.
Very profound. So Maharaj, now we'll shift our focus to the conversation between Dharma and Dhara. So I'll just quote the shloka. So I'm jumping to the 18th verse of chapter number 16. Dharma padaikena charan vichayam upalabhyagam pruchati smashruvadanam vivatsam iva mataram. The personality of religious principles Dharma was wandering about in the form of a bull, and he met the personality of earth in the form of a cow who appeared to grieve like a mother who had lost her child. She had tears in her eyes, and the beauty of her body was lost. Thus Dharma questioned the earth as follows. So the next shloka, shloka 70. Dharma uvacha kachid bhadrenamayam atmanaste vichyayasim mlayateshan mukhena alakshaye bhavatim antaradhim dure bandhum shochasi kanchanamba. Dharma, in the form of a bull, asked, Madam, are you not hale and hearty? Why are you covered with the shadow of grief? It appears by your face that you have become black. Are you suffering from some internal disease? Or are you thinking of some relative who is away in a distant place? So, Maharaj, before going forward, why is Dharma even questioning Dhara about the cause of her suffering? Why is he not directly holding Kali responsible? He's seeing Kali there. So instead of directly assuming who the culprit is, Dharma is still asking Dhara, why are you sad? And he goes on to list a variety of things, what could be the possible reasons for her suffering. So why is he not assuming Kali as the culprit?
These things, what Dharma is listing here, are nothing but symptoms of Kali.
Okay.
So indirectly, Dharma, in his conversation with Dhara, what is he doing? He is explaining to the entire world what is adharma. And when adharma is prevalent in this world, what is the situation of this world? Everybody is crying. People are crying in this world, suffering in this world because of their adharma. And we can see that the first adharma is dharma being destroyed itself is adharma. And sinners taking the position of authority, that is adharma. And no yajnas are happening, that is adharma. And because no yajnas are there, there is no rain. When there is no rain, there is no grain. So these are the symptoms which he has spoken in this verse. Symptoms of adharma are spoken. So Kali manifests in different ways. And these are the ways in which the Kali manifests. So is this thing, giving the details of it.
Okay. So let me quote those. So in the 20th verse, he's saying, I have lost my 3 legs and am now standing on one only. Are you lamenting for my state of existence? Or are you in great anxiety because henceforward the unlawful meat eaters will exploit you? Or are you in a sorry plight because the demigods are now bereft of their share or sacrificial offerings because no sacrifices are being performed at present? Or are you grieving for living beings because of their sufferings due to famine and drought? And then, are you feeling compunction for the unhappy women and children who are left forlorn by unscrupulous persons? Or are you unhappy because the goddess of learning is being handled by Brahmanas addicted to acts against the principles of religion? Or are you sorry to see that the Brahmanas have taken shelter of administrative families that do not respect Brahminical culture? Continuing forward. The so-called administrators are now bewildered by the influence of this age of Kali, and thus they have put all state affairs into disorder. Are you now lamenting this disorder? Now the general populace does not follow the rules and regulations for eating, sleeping, drinking, mating, etc., and they are inclined to perform such anywhere and everywhere. Are you unhappy because of this? O Mother Earth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari, incarnated himself as Lord Sri Krishna just to unload your heavy burden. All his activities here are transcendental and they create and they cement the path of liberation. You are now bereft of his presence. You are probably now thinking of those activities and feeling sorry in their absence. So, Maharaj, although Dharma lists a lot of what you rightly pointed out, features of adharma, however, Dhara, when she responds, the main reason she holds responsible for why she is suffering is the absence of Krishna. So, how can we connect this, Maharaj? Absence of Krishna and the rise of irreligion, and as a result, Dhara is lamenting here.
Absence of Krishna is a root cause of the manifestation of Kali. That is why they said, Krishna Surya Sama Maya hoy andhakar. Yaar Krishna tar Maya nahi adhikar. Where Krishna is there, there is no Maya.
Okay.
And Krishna is not there, there is Maya. Like sun. When sun is there, there is no darkness. When sun is not there, darkness is there. So you only two options. Either you be Krishna conscious and get rid of adharma, or don't be Krishna conscious and then face the work of adharma. Now the problem in this age of Kali is, they don't want Krishna, but they want Dharma. They don't want Ram, but they want Ram Rajya. That is demoniac. They want all opulences, but without Ram. That is Ravana mentality. Ravana wanted Sita, but not Ram. So all the adharma is because of lack of Krishna consciousness. So when Krishna left, the dharma jnana divi saha kalo nashtadrishamesha puranar podumeta. So Krishna left, but same Krishna came back as Bhagavatam. So as long as somebody studies Bhagavatam or propagates Bhagavatam, then dharma, there is a scope of dharma manifesting. Otherwise, there is no means of dharma manifesting again. That is why Dhara, she says that I am lamenting because of the age of Kali. And why the Kali is there? It is because of Krishna has left this world. Bhavan hi veda tat sarvam yanmam dharmanu pruchhasi. You know everything. Bhavan hi veda chitrubhi vartate na padai loka sukavai. She goes on saying all these symptoms are because of what? Because of lack of Krishna has left. Krishna has left this world. And that is the reason all these good qualities like truthfulness, purity, compassion, control of anger, all these things are declining. Yeah.
So, Maharaj, we see that earlier also, before Krishna incarnated in Dwapara Yuga, it is Mother Earth. Again, she had taken the form of a cow. She went to Brahma and she had lamented, expressing her suffering. And it is Lord Brahma who took Mother Earth and all the demigods and they requested, and the Lord assured that I myself will come. So Krishna did come and he reduced the burden of the earth by removing all the demoniac rulers. So what is the cyclical nature of the time? So Krishna did reduce the burden of the earth and he protected Mother Earth. And now again she is lamenting because of the onslaught of Kali. So what is the cyclical nature of time because of which she's okay, she's not okay, she's suffering?
Yes. Whenever there is a problem on this planet, all the suras, means the demigods, the only shelter for them is Krishna. Because they know it is he who is the only protector. That is why Vishnu Bhakta Sura Prokta. Viparya Asuraspata. Those who are Vishnu Bhaktas, they are known as Sura. Bhakta means what? One who takes shelter of the Lord.
Mhm.
It may be any reason, especially when the reason is that they are in distress. So Mother Earth is wife of Krishna.
Mhm.
Whenever a wife has a problem, where will she go? She'll
Okay.
go to the husband.
Mhm.
So here also you find that she is very much depressed, and she has to go to the Lord. She thinks of the Lord. If he had been there, this would have not come. This position would have not come.
Mhm.
That's what she is lamenting for.
Mhm. Mhm. So, Maharaj, moving on to the next chapter, we will focus on the next important conversation, that is conversation between Maharaj Parikshit and Dharma. So, my question again, which similar I asked earlier, Maharaj Parikshit is seeing, here is a Shudra dressed as a king with a club in his hand. He is striking the legs of Dharma. Still, Maharaj Parikshit is not assuming that Kali is the perpetrator. Why is he still getting clarification? He's asking from Dharma, who has brought you to this situation? Tell me, I am the king and I'm here to protect you. All these things, but why does he question? Why is he not assuming that Kali is the perpetrator and immediately punish him?
There is something called Raja Dharma.
Okay.
The Raja Dharma is you have to act only when there is a complaint.
Oh, okay.
So, and also, the
Uh,
punishment will be based on the complaint. It
oh.
cannot be whimsical.
Mhm.
That is why the bull has to speak out.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm.
what happened to him? Then, depending on that, the king becomes very ferocious and he becomes very angry to act on that on behalf of Dharma.
Mm.
That's the reason.
Okay, okay. And it's amazing how Dharma replies. He is not pointing fingers at the perpetrator. Why does he do this? He gives a long list of possible reasons for suffering. So first of all, if you can also enlighten us on what is the complexity of suffering. He mentions a variety of things, but in the whole process, he's not pointing fingers at this is the person who is striking me and causing me to suffer.
Because it's personification of Dharma. Though he is seeing that Kali is the person who is giving me all the trouble,
Hmm.
if you say Kali is the reason for my suffering, then you are following a Dharma. You should say the suffering which I am experiencing is because of my karma. Kali is only a media.
Hmm.
The moment you say, "Oh, I am so dharma, I am very dharmika," and this person who is adharmika, he is giving me trouble. That means you yourself are dharmika because you don't see that the suffering is because of
My
your
own.
karma.
Wow. Hmm. Wow. So insightful. So, what is the practicality of this, Maharaj? If you can elaborate this, I find this really, really deep. What you just shared. If you can explain this a little bit more detail.
The practicality, this is the only practicality actually.
Mm-hmm.
We experience happiness and distress.
Mm-hmm.
It is because of my karma.
Mm-hmm.
It is not because of any person.
Mm-hmm.
I am Jano. It is not because of Jana.
Mm-hmm.
Not because of graha, not because of any time, na kalaha. Mana eva param karanam amananti. Mind is the biggest problem. Because you don't see the distress which is coming in your life is because of your karma. You get what you deserve. And this misery I deserve. That is why I'm getting it. The person who is giving is only a media. That's all.
Okay.
That's all. And so, if somebody accepts this formula in their life, then they'll be happy and they'll not be disturbed in any kind of misery. Neither they will have any enmity or enviousness for a person who is giving the misery.
So it's amazing how by listening to Dharma speak, immediately Maharaj Parikshit, such a wonderful shloka he speaks. Rajovacha dharmam bravishi dharmagnya dharmosi vrisharupadhrit yad adharma kritasthanam suchakasyapi tad bhavet. The king said, "O you who are in the form of a bull, you know the truth of religion, and you are speaking according to the principle that the destination intended for the perpetrator of irreligious acts is also intended for one who identifies the perpetrator. You are no other than the personality of religion." So, Maharaj, this line in the translation, you are speaking according to the principle that the destination intended for the perpetrator of irreligious acts is also intended for one who identifies the perpetrator. Can you please explain this a little bit more, Maharaj?
So now, when somebody is giving you trouble, who is giving the trouble? Who is giving you trouble? That person or your karma?
My karma.
So if you say this person is giving trouble, then
Falsely accusing somebody.
that means you are as good as the person who is accusing you. So that is why you are dharma. You are speaking dharma. That is what he says. Dharmam bhavishi dharmagno dharmo asi. You are dharma. But dharma in the form of vrisharupa drik. You come in the form of vrisha. Vrisha means bull. Yad dharma kritah sthanam shuchakasyapi tad bhavet. Yad adharma kritah sthanam. So somebody has criticized you, spoke ill about you. Now when you say, this is the person who spoke ill about me, and he has to be punished for it. So the verse says here, as much as he is supposed to be punished, in the same way you are also supposed to be punished. Why? I did not do any mistake. Yeah, you did a mistake of not identifying. He criticizing you is because of your karma, not because of he criticizing you. So your problem is your karma, not the person. That is the reason you are speaking dharma. How you are not speaking dharma? By not identifying the aggressor. By not saying, this is the person who is troubling me. And that is why you are speaking dharma. You are speaking dharma, you are knower of dharma. What to speak of you being knower of dharma? You are dharma. So moment you accuse someone for your problem, you are as good as the person whom you have accused, or as bad as the person whom you have accused. But if you say, I am suffering because of my karma, then the person who has accused you, or a person who gave trouble to you, will be punished automatically. So don't point out, because the person who points out the sinner attains the same place as the sinner. Both are non-different from each other. And what is the sin this person has created? The sin is not to identify. My problem is because of my karma.
Okay, fantastic, very nice. So Maharaj, right after this, Maharaj Parikshit sees Kali attacking Dharma and he immediately prepares to chastise Kali. So from this, what can we learn about the duty of a king or a leader in how they deal with injustice in a timely manner?
So as soon as Dharma spoke, he says, Parikshit says, "Oh Dharma, now in Kali Yuga, truth remains prominent on one remaining portion of your Dharma.
Yeah.
And this truth can reach to the absolute truth. So, I will protect the absolute truth."
Immediately, chastise
Kali.
Kali.
Mhm.
That is how it decides.
Mhm.
I have to protect because it's my duty to protect.
Mhm.
It is not because Kali has done harm to Dharma.
Mhm.
It is my duty to protect Dharma. That is why I am doing so.
Mhm.
It is not because Dharma took shelter of me. It is my duty. So execution of the duty of the king starts with protecting Dharma.
Mhm.
Without protecting Dharma, if he tries to punish people,
Mhm.
then that punishment will have no value.
Mhm.
The punishment is because that person has not practiced Dharma. So he has to be engaged in Dharma. That is the purpose.
Okay. Okay. So it's interesting that when Maharaj Parikshit chastised Kali, immediately the reaction of Kali, that is he surrenders. He does not resist. Tam jigamsum abhipretya vihaya nrupa lanchanam tatpadamulam shirasa samagad bhaya vihvalah. When the personality of Kali understood that the king was willing to kill him, he at once abandoned the dress of a king and under pressure of fear completely surrendered to him, bowing his head. So why is Kali not counteracting or resisting? Why does he surrender, Maharaj?
Kali knew very well the powers of King Parikshit.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the miscreants in the age of Kali, they are not very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
They are not very powerful. So we require a powerful king who can just stand up and then speak the truth.
Mm-hmm.
We will surrender.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then just have to raise the voice, that's all. You should just have to speak the truth, that Dharma.
Mm-hmm.
So problem in the age of Kali these days is nobody is speaking the truth. Like sometimes when we go and address in general audience,
Mm-hmm.
we directly talk and present the truth in a nice way.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we are saying you are all nonsense in one sense.
Mm-hmm.
But they are willing. Yes, yes, Swamiji, true. What you are saying is true.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is no power, nothing more powerful than truth itself.
Mm-hmm.
So in the age of Kali, if you want to establish a religion, you don't require a sword, you require the sword of pen.
Mm-hmm.
How about conquer the entire world with how? Not a sword. Sword of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So if you speak knowledge, then automatically ignorance will surrender.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some people who think, no, we have to put a bomb and someone kill someone to establish Dharma.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to happen. The only way is to speak the truth, because that is the only thing which is left.
Mm-hmm.
Speak truth, present it in a nice way, people will surrender.
And why does Maharaj Parikshit not immediately kill Kali? The moment he is holding his feet, he is giving him protection. So why do this?
The purpose of a king is not to kill, but to protect everyone. Even he has to protect those people who are miscreants. Remove a person is not the solution, but improve the person is the solution.
Okay.
As a king, he is supposed to give protection to everyone, including those who are miscreants.
Mm-hmm.
So Maharaj Parikshit, he chastised Kali. So he wanted to improve. Because Kali is also a citizen in the kingdom of Parikshit Maharaj. That's it.
Okay. So Maharaj Parikshit allows Kali to stay in 4 places. There is gambling, intoxication, illicit sex, and slaughterhouses. So why are these specifically designated as the seats of irreligion? Why these 4?
That is very well known. By intoxication, austerity is destroyed, religion is destroyed. By gambling, truthfulness is destroyed. By illicit sex, cleanliness is destroyed. And ultimately, by gambling, what is destroyed? Truthfulness is destroyed. So because of these 4 religious principles are destroyed by these 4 things, wherever these 4 things are there, Kali Yuga can be there. Kali can be there. That is why he gave these places.
And of course, Kali's,
Not-
yeah, go ahead.
He said that you cannot reside in a place Lord is residing. Yasmin Harir Bhagavan Yamanaha Ijyatma Murtir Yajatam Santanoti. Wherever Krishna is there, you cannot stay there. That's what he told. Krishna is everywhere. Then Kali said, oh, wherever I live, when I follow your order, I'll see you with bow and arrow. How can I execute? Please designate some place so that I can reside permanently. How can I attack those who are surrendered to you? So please give me a place. When Kali asked for this, then Parikshit Maharaj, he gave these 4 places. Jutam Panam Triyaha Sunaha Yatra Dharma Chaturvidha. And wherever Dharma, Chaturvidha is there, at that place you can stay. Then he told, oh, how can there be these things in your kingdom? Then he said, okay, I tell you again. You can stay at the place where Jata Rupam Maharaj Prabhu Tato Nritam Madam Kamam Pracho Vaidam Cha Panchamam. Wherever there is Vairam, Vairam means enmity. That is the 5th place where you can stay. And then he goes further. He took the residence of these 5 places, which was given by the son of Uttara.
So Maharaj, what is the significance of Kali being given a place in gold? So how does wealth become a tool for adharma?
Wealth, when it is not used for dharma, that becomes the cause of adharma. That is in the age of Kali. Wealth should flow. If wealth doesn't flow, then there will be a problem. Water, when it is flowing, it is pure. Say wealth, it is flowing, that is pure. If you accumulate and keep the wealth, then that is a problem. All the fights happen because you accumulated wealth. The father earns a lot of wealth. As soon as he leaves the 4 children, they fight and go to the court. If the father would use this wealth in expanding his business and giving more and more employment to others, and then establishing temples, then this wealth would have been flowing. It would have been used. So when wealth is accumulated, then it rots, it stinks, and everybody fights for it. That is what it is.
Okay. So Maharaj, here 40th shloka, the translation is, thus the personality of Kali by the directions of Maharaj Parikshit, the son of Uttara, was allowed to live in those 5 places. So just the purport, the first line what Prabhupada is writing, thus the age of Kali began with gold standardization, and therefore falsity, intoxication, animal slaughter and prostitution are rampant all over the world, and the saner section is eager to drive out corruption. The counteracting process is suggested above, and everyone can take advantage of this suggestion. So Prabhupada is writing about gold standardization. I think in 1973 or something, even this gold standardization was removed, the gold standard, and it just, money became like paper. Now, Federal Reserve and RBI, they can just print unlimited amount of paper money. And now it is not even paper money, it is just numbers on a screen. So it's all digital. So how do we understand Kali was allowed to stay where gold is hoarded? Now it is not so much gold, it is just paper money, not even paper money, it is digital currency. So how do we understand Kali in the modern context?
That is why you find somebody stealing 12,000 crores and running away, 10,000 crores and running away. And all of a sudden, somebody who is having 1,000 crores, he has 500 crores the next day, just because stock market has slumped or something like that. So it's all mental speculation. It's all mental speculation.
Okay.
People think that I'm rich, but they're not. And that is why there is a quarrel. The amount of civil cases country, if you will be surprised that to know the wealth is almost like more than 50% of the wealth of the country. They're all in disputes. One of the lawyers told me that. More than 50% of the wealth of the country is in dispute. They are not able to really enjoy it. And to resolve the dispute, how much wealth has been spent? That is another.
Fantastic, Maharaj. So what exactly can we learn from these different conversations that we just discussed between Dharma and Dhara, Maharaj Parikshit and Dharma, and then Kali and Maharaj Parikshit? What is the practical relevance of all this for us?
You be Krishna conscious, all the problems are solved. If you're not Krishna conscious and try to establish Dharma, you'll complicate the situation. That's all. That is what she says. Among all the pravachans, best pravachan is by Dhara, who says, Krishna is not there. That is all problem. That is the cause of problem. So if Krishna is there, and if you're Krishna conscious, then there is no problem. All the problems will be solved. And all the good qualities are manifest in a person who has bhakti. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagat kinchana sarver gunes tasmasit. So when you are Krishna conscious, then all the good qualities will automatically come. Kali will not be there.
Okay. Fantastic, Maharaj. Thank you so much. So, Maharaj, today's Brahmastra, just like Kali was disguised and Maharaj Parikshit exposed him. So, I'm going to just name a few things, and I want you to expose Kali in the modern times. How Kali is disguised in a very attractive way, but actually it is Kali personification. So, the very first one, Maharaj, fast food and restaurant culture.
Disease.
Sorry, Maharaj, what did you say?
Disease.
Disease. Oh, okay.
Is disguised as restaurant and fast food. So actually, when you go there, you are actually inviting disease. So I'm answering the way you wanted.
Yes, Maharaj. That is exactly how I wanted. Yeah. Modern education system.
Slaughterhouse.
What are they slaughtering?
Brain. Tiny brains are slaughtered in these schools. The schools, the colleges, they are nothing but slaughterhouses. Where the brains are slaughtered by giving them atheistic and exploitative mentality.
Okay. What about entertainment? Music, movies, whatever.
These are disguise of death. Death is disguised in the form of entertainment. Once, for example, somebody is watching a movie, actually he doesn't know he's going to die. He forgets it. So that is taking him near to death. Ayurhavati vaipumsamudhyannastam channaso sasyarte kshonita uttam shlokvartaya. So the whole entertainment industry is nothing but death. And disguised as movie, disguised as so many things.
Okay. What about the corporate culture? Work.
It is corporate culture disguised form of sense enjoyment, lust.
Okay.
You may say, why?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Once Srila Prabhupada, one of few of his disciples, took Prabhupada to one big corporate company, MD.
Okay.
They had to wait for the lift. They had to go to the 30th floor or something like that. Srila Prabhupada looked at the lift and the people coming and all these things and the lift, so many people going here in his offices. And Srila Prabhupada looked at it and said, it's all lust.
Mm.
And they said, Prabhupada, what is lust for? Nothing.
Yeah.
They're just office buildings.
Oh.
Srila Prabhupada said, why they should work so hard?
Got it. Okay.
It's lust.
Wow, so profound. Okay. The self-help gurus, so many life coaches, motivational coaches, all the self-help gurus, productivity, this, that, work-life balance, so many things they talk about.
Oh, they are Kali.
Hmm.
Kali disguised as gurus or Putana. Who is Putana? False guru. She came to kill, but wanted to show that I am a mother. She wanted to give poison, but she showed I am giving milk. So these false gurus are all like Putanas. Putana in the form of guru. Who say that I am going to give you milk, but actually they give poison.
Okay. Science and technology.
Science and technology is disguised, is ignorance disguised. Because it makes you feel that you are God. You can do everything and anything. Anything and everything. You cannot. It takes you away from God. Because you think everything, every invention is human. But actually every science is from Krishna. But the atheistic science and technology makes you think everything is human. Human brain can achieve everything. That's why science is disguised ignorance.
What about philanthropy? Like major billionaires, millionaires, they're all getting into philanthropy. But are they really into philanthropic thing, charity thing, or is it disguised?
It is disguised madness. Madness disguised is philanthropy. Because they think that I'm a very good person.
Yeah.
I'm earning so much, I can do this thing. But actually, it's all mental speculators. They have some philosophy, which is nothing to do with Krishna. So they're all mad people. Like few philanthropists, they organized a seminar of protection of cruelty towards animals. PETA. And what was the breakfast? Omelette.
Oh.
What was the lunch? Chicken. And all of they are big philanthropists thinking of protection of cruelty towards animals, and these people, what they're eating? The animals, they're eating animals. Crazy.
Yeah. Very crazy. Artificial intelligence and virtual reality, which is huge right now.
Illusion disguised as reality is called virtual reality. Illusion in illusion. This is an illusion in illusion. Already you are living in illusion. In that you want to have illusion.
Politics, politicians?
Oh, they are disguised demons.
Prabhupada also said demon crazy.
Yeah, demon crazy. Politicians are disguised demons.
Okay. What about consumerism? So much of online shopping.
Exploiters disguised as one who benefits you, or one who actually makes you a fool. in your comfort zone.
Mm.
So it is foolishness. In one sense, exploitation personified. Exploitation disguised as marketing or advertisement.
Okay, okay. Last one, Maharaj. You are wearing sannyasi robes, touchy-feely. What about religion?
Cheating.
Mm.
Cheating personified or cheating in this age of Kali takes the form of religion. Saitava Dharma.
Okay, okay. Fantastic, Maharaj. Really eye-opening, actually, the way you were exposing Kali, because all these are very alluring and presented in a very attractive way, but actually it is Kali personified. So what is the best way, Maharaj, for us at an individual level to protect ourselves from the onslaught of Kali?
You know the mantra, everybody knows the mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Iti Shodakshara Nam Kali Kalmashanasham Natat Parataropaya Sarvaveshu Drishyate.
Thank you, Maharaj, for such practical insights. Listening to you, Bhagavatam is really not just black ink on white paper. It's actually coming to life. It is so practical. It is more relevant than ever. So thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and time as always. So Hare Krishna, dear devotees, we are coming to the very fag end. In another episode, we will be completing Canto number 1. So if you haven't already caught up on the previous episodes, please do so, because week after week we are uploading these episodes. I hope you're keeping up with the pace of uploading. So thank you very much for hanging on. And so here we see how Maharaj Parikshit has very successfully chastised Kali. But in the next episode, we will see a big test is awaiting him. How is he going to fare in that test? There is going to be a major twist in his life. What is that twist? That is going to set the scene for the entire Bhagavatam to be spoken, and the speaker of Bhagavatam is going to enter. So it's going to be a very, very important episode. So please do join us in the next week's episode. We will see you very soon. Until then, as always, stay inquisitive and stay Krishna conscious. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Maharaj.